Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sidelines. A moment now to check out some numbers for Jonathan Kuminga.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. MP out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Ingram in at the 3 slot. And for the Warriors, Kuminga steps in at the 4 with Green sliding up to center. Monte Morris is out there with Pajemski. And it's Moody. in at the small forward spot. Greg, in the middle of a season like this, what possible road bumps could teams run into?
Well, I think it's important that players not fall into that trap of looking too far ahead, right? This is when it's important for a team to stay focused and be in the moment. These are the dog days of the season.
And so it's the Raptors getting on the board first. Morris kicks to Kuminga. On the wing, Morris. Quickly covering. Morris with the bucket.
You love the aggressive play inside from Monte Morris.
Allie LaForce.
Head coach Steve Kerr and I got a chance to talk for a bit. One player he is worried about in particular is Scotty Barnes because of the way he affects every phase of the game. You need points. There he is. You need a stop or a big rebound. He's got you. Anything asked of him, he can do it at a high level. Back to you.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And yes, it's good.
Tenacity. It's the first word that comes to mind with Draymond Green. Is he the tallest power forward in the league? No. But can he score it? Yes.
Now, here's MP. Coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. 5 on the clock. Barnes laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
And it's the Warriors' ball. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
I think if you get out-rebounded by that wide a margin, it speaks to a lack of energy and effort, and that's problematic.
For Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Guys, one of the more lengthy free agency sagas revolved around Jonathan Kuminga, and many thought his time was up in Golden State. He saw fewer and fewer minutes down the stretch of last season and into their playoff run. But when Kuminga tested free agency, tested potential sign and trade deals, nobody seemed to be the exact right fit. So eventually, he took the Warriors' offer. Guys, we'll see just how long this lasts, but for now, he'll continue to be in that Golden State uniform.
We'll continue to track that story. Okay, Shams, thanks for the report. Here's Morris. Following the basket by Scotty Barnes. Morris passes to Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Well, there's a certain hunger to the way Draymond Green approaches an NBA game, and that in and of itself is a skill.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and R.J. Barrett subbed in for Quickly.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Moody. Outside, Kuminga. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, this is what they love about this young guy. MP puts a ton of pressure on your defense, and he's just getting out of the gates, folks.
And the Warriors. With some changes, Buddy Hield comes in for Moses Moody, and it's Seth Curry in for Morris. Raptors also changing it up. Lobo's checked in, and Dick subbed in for Ingram. Covered by MP. Kuminga, no good. 1:09 left here in the opening quarter. To the paint, here's Lobo. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Nice possession. MP giving him a great look there.
Warriors trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
But Jemski's shot is good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now, here's MP. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. Now, MP. After R.J. Barrett's three-pointer that didn't go. 6 to shoot. The drive by MP. And the shot goes in.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Hield against Barrett. Hield outside. Puts it up. And his first shot of the game, no good.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
And that does it for the first quarter. He's checked in for the Raptors. To the inside. Some nice passing by Golden State. But Jemski's shot is good.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
Trace Jackson Davis out there with Quentin Post. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Morris. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Warriors' 5. For the Raptors, they come in off the loss to Los Angeles. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Lakers was outstanding. He ended up with 41 points, and he was on a tear in that game, recording a season high in points. And with the flashy numbers he put up in that one, it's worth the price of admission just to see how he follows it up. Guys?
Allie, we appreciate the update. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
One of the things I like about this guy, he's able to up the intensity whenever needed, and players really feed off his energy.
Ingram. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
And Doris, what you love about Brandon Ingram, he's the total package.
He is, Kevin, because he's got incredible size, great shot-making ability. He's a 3-level scorer, and you can mix his matchup on the defensive end.
Kuminga's come in for Trace Jackson Davis. And then for Toronto, Myrtle comes in for R.J. Barrett. And quickly in for Dick. Down low, and stolen by Barnes. One-on-one fast break. MP dishes to Barnes. Out left to the wing. Up again. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They've led by as many as 11 points. And there's 1:45 left now here in the second. Tries to keep it alive. 6 on the shot clock. Ingram finds MP. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Here's Pirtle. Draymond Green pulls it in.
This guy's such a talented finisher, but the D does just enough.
Pass to Kuminga. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries. R.J. Barrett's checked in for Ingram. Well, we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up. Let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
You look at MP, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
And the Raptors with the ball after the Warriors pick up three. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
That's MP with some bad intentions on his way to the cup.
Quickly against Morris. Over quickly. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors lead by 1. Live from Chase Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Thanks for everyone we're talking about right now is deserving, except one. I'm not going to say who.
Oh, come on. You can't leave us hanging. And guys, how about the Raptors? Involved in a very competitive matchup right now.
We need a department store intercom.
That is more than enough of a...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, DB, I heard some NBA officials talking about having a feel for the game and them drawing a line between playing aggressive and playing rough. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, Kev, this is so fascinating to me because we've seen a reversion back to a little bit more of a physical game. But without some definitive guidelines, it makes the officials' job harder.
And checking out the group for Darko Rajakovic to start the second half. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. MP out there with Emmanuel quickly. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 spot.
That's an example of the speed of Draymond Green. Leaks out in transition and makes the defense pay.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Back to quickly. Now MP. Inside. Pirtle. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Pass to Pajemski. Outside, Kuminga. Green with a screen for Morris. To the middle. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on Jakob Pirtle.
Well, Draymond Green is a smart, strong guy who is able to finish through contact.
Now, here's MP. Barnes can't get it to go. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship. Period." Back to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's MP after the Warriors pick up 3. To the paint, and the dunk by Barnes.
At his position, Scotty Barnes going to set a lot of screens. You have to understand how to roll and get open. He does exactly that.
Pass to Podziemski. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kuminga finds Moody. Here's Podziemski. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Raptors trail by 4. Doris, nowadays, we see lots of high school transfers amongst elite players. One example, Scotty Barnes.
No, exactly, Kevin. This young man attended 3 different high schools, and I think what each guy is trying to do is raise the level of competition.
And here is Kuminga after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Here's Morris. It's rebounded by Quickly. In Toronto, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. Right there, that is highlight reel stuff from MP.
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
Like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Now, here's Kuminga. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's MP. It's a 1-point game. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
It was dealing with the NBA's physical play that was Pirtle's biggest challenge when he came into the league, but he knows how to use his body now to get these calls.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Green, and it's Buddy Hield in for Brandon Podziemski. Then for the Raptors, Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and R.J. Barrett subbed in for Ingram. Hield sets the pick for Morris. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. Oh, great ball movement there.
Warriors trail by 4. And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Warriors. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here.
He encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we've worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Play smart. Let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson-Davis at the 5. Seth Curry is out there with Podziemski. And it's Hield in at the 3 slot. That's the Warriors 5. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, make no mistake, Draymond Green will bully you on the interior if you allow it. You've got to make sure he doesn't force the issue.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity for the center of this game.
Now, here's MP.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And the timeout called by Darko Vojakovic. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And the Warriors with some changes. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Moses Moody comes in for Hield. And Monte Morris subbed in for Seth Curry. Now, here's MP. Running in, MP takes flight.
What a tremendous finish by the young MP. This guy does exactly what it takes to get the contact drawn.
Warriors leading by 4. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Kuminga fires. Count it. Nails it from 14.
And you see the confidence Kuminga has in his mid-range. He continues to look better and better from there.
It's stolen by Kuminga. Now Green. Outside Kuminga. It's good.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Green rips down the board. Golden State's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Now, here's MP. Oh, get up, MP. Woo!
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Green with a screen on quickly. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Hurdle there for the rebound. Raptors trail by 9. It's MP finishing at the other end.
MP is in a great rhythm right now. It behooves this team to just keep feeding this young guy.
Here's Green. Outside Kuminga. Morris outside. Now Kuminga. Morris outside. Here's Green.
How good is Green at drawing solid contact? He plays with a ton of heart. He's really good at making the defense commit.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
MP. Oh, MP with a strong move.
The moment not too big for the youngster. MP, big bucket.
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 8. What's your take, guys?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Screen by Pirtle. MP. Count it. And they go to the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one. One goes in. In here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done.
A noble effort by UMP, picking up a double-double in a loss. How disappointing is putting together a performance like this and not coming away victorious.
What else?
Back to you, Kevin.
As always, we...
And inside the locker room, everyone trying to lock in, get mentally ready. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson, courtside, along with Grant Hill and Tim Legler. Allie LaForce will be joining us in just a moment. So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Ingram, the 3, with Barnes, the 4. MP is out there with Emmanuel Quickly, and it's Pirtle in at the center position. Now here's Joe, back to SGA. Tim, we're in the middle of a grueling NBA season. What's a challenge the fans might not realize?
Well, it's just that grind, B.A., mentally and physically. Trying to find enough rest, trying to stay energized between the years often is the biggest challenge.
Yeah, terrific take by MP. He's just punishing them on the drive.
Williams looking around. Holmgren with a screen on Ingram. Here's Williams. And counted from 12 feet.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
Well, the key is to take what the defense allows. That is smart basketball.
Now here's MP. Looking at his scoring efficiency, he's averaging around 29 a game. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
Oh, a wise move by MP. Calling his own numbers in the two-man game.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. That one drops for him.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start for them.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has made the move from star to superstar, Grant.
Well, no question, B.A. He's been a superstar for quite a few seasons now, but he's not satisfied and just continues to elevate his game year after year.
And it's good for 2.
I love the execution we are seeing thus far. 4 shots and 4 makes.
Here's Quickly. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Pirtle. Toronto passing it around. Now here's MP. On the take. Uses the glass on the layup. MP's got 6.
That is a strong finish by MP, showing he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Here's Holmgren. Pass to Williams. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Woo, he's piping hot. 4 for 4 from the field. No one can guard him out there.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Trailblazers was a man on a mission. He ended up with 37 points, and he was in the zone offensively. There was nothing the D could do to stop him. He was locked in all night long. We'll see if that focus carries over into this game. Guys?
Thanks as always, Allie. Great report. It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. There was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
So it's Oklahoma City now. After the basket by Toronto. MP with the block.
I just love the fearlessness that MP shows. He's willing to go up and challenge a shot at the rim.
Textbook pass to exploit the fast break. Gets it out ahead for the easy bucket.
Well, Tim, you hear about the move to positionless basketball. The Raptors are well equipped.
Yeah, they are loaded with athletic wings and interchangeable pieces, which gives them...
Degno will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, after winning the title, OKC secured their future. Significant extensions this summer for Chet Holmgren, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and both of their Jalen Williamses. The Thunder are building something for the long haul, guys.
An exciting young team. All right, Shams, thank you. Williams' shot is good.
He is such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Raptors trail by 10. 2 Jalen Williams out there for him. Jalen with an E at the 3 and Jalen with an I at the 5. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Holmgren in at the 4. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You know, you see how comfortable MP is operating pick and rolls. Just great decision-making from him.
Outside Joe. A minute 20 left to play in the first half of basketball. Holmgren with a screen on Ingram. Williams passes to Holmgren. Shoots from the right block. Towering on the interior. Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
MP scanning the floor. To the inside. Here's Pirtle. And he buries his first look.
Yeah, Pirtle has a beautiful touch around that rim.
Oklahoma City leading by 8. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 12 points for him. The kick out to Williams. Pulls it in from the elbow. Off the left rim and out.
Yeah, players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
I just love how he runs the floor with energy and intensity, but still stays under control.
In this league, you run whenever you can. It's so much easier to score in transition.
And so it's Jalen Williams making things happen for the Thunder, impacting the game in a number of ways. The man is relentless. We'll be right back after this word.
This move improves their shooting. George is consistent and brings a scorer's mindset.
Going to be fascinating to watch them and returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Thunder.
Contributions from...
That's it for us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Jalen Williams really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
So for Toronto right now, Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. MP is out there with Emmanuel quickly, and it's Ingram in at the small forward position. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Brian?
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. You know, Tim, both of Jakob Pertl's parents played volleyball for the Austrian national team.
Yeah, he comes from an athletic family, and he certainly has a lot of agility for his size. And I think, B.A., in today's game, you need your big men to be able to move their feet.
Here's SGA. Ooh, excellent D there from Quickly.
And that miss makes them 0 for 4 to start this quarter. Not exactly the start they were hoping for.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
SGA with it. 12 points for him. SGA working through contact inside.
Slow start here to the second half, just 1 for 5.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. MP drives in. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Thunder leading by 6. Now here's Williams. He's got 16. Pass to Joe. Holmgren outside. Williams from long range. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And it's getting down to the wire here. Just 7 days left in the All-Star voting. Here's how it looks.
It's all coming together. We've got a pretty good idea of who's going to make it.
You look at MP, and he's aiming for that 5th and final spot in the Eastern Conference starting lineup as the voting continues.
I hope he holds on to that spot. Seeing him start in the All-Star game would be a real treat.
And keep checking in for the latest in All-Star voting results. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras can start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
MP outside, and there's the drive.
Yes, speeding in there and getting some air time. MP with a solid jam off the drive.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. They've led by as much as 10. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. That'll be the end of a 3-game homestand. Here's Joe. Oh, MP with a block. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. To the paint. Here's Pirtle. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Williams. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. Caruso, he's checked in for Williams. And Mitchell subbed in for Joe. So Toronto going with almost an entire new group here. Mycareer's checked in for Pirtle. Mobo comes in for Barnes. Barrett's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Chet comes in for Quickly.
Well, MP has been very aggressive here looking for his own offense, generating great results.
Now SGA. He's got 14. Puts it up from 15. And he hits the jumper. SGA's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, it's certainly been a good night for him, and it is showing on the scoreboard.
There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And despite their historic regular season success, OKC still had their doubters around the league, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., and it was verging on disrespect if you ask me. But youth and inexperience counted against them. Now, they knew their true test would come in the playoffs, and they passed it with flying colors, taking home the championship.
Jang, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Topic comes in for Mitchell. And the three-pointer goes.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's MP. Look out! Oh, my goodness!
Little bit of flair on that one. Oh, it is nice to be young. MP.
The 3-ball. No luck on that one. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near.
CA's checked in for Mitchell. And Toronto also making a switch. MP's checked in for Mobo. Thunder leading by 8. SGA runs point with Caruso at the 2. Jalen Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. And it's Williams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and SGA throws it down.
SGA left no doubt on that one, throws it down.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Ingram with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The drive by. Ooh,
look out!
Wow. With authority.
Showing absolutely no mercy. Wow.
Look at his teammates. They're loving it. They're letting him know.
I can't believe he tried that in game.
It's Wiggins on the wing. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got his 6th rebound on the night. Gilgeous-Alexander against MP. Down low. And Ingram gets it to go on the assist by MP.
Another bucket that time by Ingram. He is going off, looking to attack every time he catches the ball.
For the Thunder, Williams is checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. And Joe's subbed in for Caruso. Toronto also changed it up. Pirtle's checked in for Mycareer. Scotty Barnes comes in for Barrett. And Emmanuel quickly subbed in for Walter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that.
And the defense is going to remember this. They might try to make MP pay for it.
Outside Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts up the tray. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a three.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter. Barnes with a rebound. Raptors trail by 10. MP. Ooh, the three doesn't go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams outside. Lets loose for three. And he nails it.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Free throw good, MP. And both free throws good for MP. Thunder leading by 11. Outside Holmgren. Oh, the long ball, no good. MP with it. He's picked up by SGA.
He's scoring the rock at will, but he needs more help from his teammates.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting about 56% in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander against quickly. Williams. Oh, a matching slam. Back and forth they go.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Thunder.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
And they notch another win, number 34 of the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And what a huge performance it was for Jalen Williams.
They impacted the game in a multitude of ways. Anytime they needed a big play, no matter.
Oh, man! Wow! Here's Williams. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that.
Not the results you were hoping for, MP. That is over, Dom. Over to you, BA.
All right, Dominic, appreciate.
Game time. Let's get it, MP.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over, and thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day, and we're ready to bring you all the action. And tonight, we've got the New York Knicks up against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. And we'll hear from Allie LaForce in just a moment. So the New York starting five, they've got Gershon Yabusele. Bridges out there with Shake Milton. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Towns in at the five. You know, when you break down these teams, Greg, they are excellent on the defensive end.
Yeah, so let's give credit to their coaches. They prepare their teams well, motivating their guys to give that consistent effort.
And here is MP. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game.
Oh, power move by MP. Could have been an and one there.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Milton the pass to Towns. Down the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
And Towns gets it to go.
That's just a difficult assignment. I mean, having to guard Towns in that area, he's always going to find a way to get his shot off cleanly.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship with the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run. But he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You know, you got to respect that mindset. Thank you very much for the report there, Shams. Most appreciated.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, Coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. And they call an illegal screen here.
And, guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Mycareer is checked in, and Barrett subbed in for Scotty Barnes. And Anunoby slams it in.
Got to be impressed with Anunoby's self-starting. I mean, he knows exactly when to drive and draw the foul, too.
The Raptors making a switch here. Bobo's checked in, and a switch here also for New York. Strus is checked in. Now, here's MP. Out to Barrett. Inside, and Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intentions.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Shots good by Clarkson.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
There's the pick. Here's MP. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Towns.
Good stuff happens when you take it to the rack. MP fouled in the act right there.
So for the Knicks, Accordy's checked in, and Gary Payton has subbed in for Anunoby. Knicks have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's Clarkson. It's rebounded by Barrett.
You're not going to get a better look from mid-range. He's definitely disappointed with himself there.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
And that one good from Clarkson.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now, here's MP. He's got 8. To the middle. Pass to Shed. Shot clock at 6. And here's MP for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. MP's got 11 points.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. A 3 from MP. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Raptors lead by... Both teams making substitutions here. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Knicks with the rebound.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Walter out there with MP. Then it's R.J. Barrett. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Mycareer in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. 5 to shoot. And here's Strus for 3. And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
New York moving it around. Left side, Clarkson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jacoby Walter.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
A different look for New York. Yabusele, he's checked in for Max Strus. And it's Shake Milton in for Bridges. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Thunder really lit up the floor. He finished with 30 points, and in terms of his shooting, well, mistakes and bad selections were few and far between. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Hey, Allie, thanks for the great report. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him. Might force him to adjust or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's Clarkson. 10 points for him. Puts up a deep three. And Pirtle pulls it down. Here's MP, and the dunk by MP.
Boy, MP is just filleting this defense. I mean, they've got no answers for him right now.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Towns against Pirtle. Yabusele is screen on quickly. Down low, Yabusele kicks to Towns. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Trying to take what the defense allows, but he couldn't get it to go.
MP, no good. And so it's Toronto. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for stopping.
Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
You know, that being said.
And now a subject that's always of interest, player movement around the league. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
Second half underway, and here's who Mike Brown's got on the floor. They've got Towns. OG Anunoby is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Bridges in at the 2. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered in the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Milton the pass to Bridges. Here's Anunoby. Cranes the three-pointer. Anunoby's got his second bucket of the night.
Confident shot from Anunoby there, showing he's very comfortable rising up off the catch.
MP looking around.
Whoa! Big time!
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's a young, creative mind right there. MP doing work.
And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Now, here's MP. He's got 20. MP rattling the rim.
That's why you set screens for MP. He knows how to use them and knock shots down off of them.
Pass to Bridges. New York moving it around. Towns dishes to Bridges. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bridges has got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Clark, one of the better two-way wings in the NBA, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, he's a versatile defender. Has really improved offensively recently, in my estimation. Was second in Defensive Player of the Year voting one time. And over time, like I said, I think he's really added to and rounded out his offensive game.
Here's Towns. The Raptors getting the bucket. Back to Milton. New York needs to get off a shot. And the shot will not go from Anunoby.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. Karl Anthony Towns is now familiar with the ethos of this Knicks team. He said they're gritty, they find a way to win, they never quit, bringing that New York mentality every single night. It's something that you recognize when you get to live in that kind of a culture. Kevin, back to you.
They are relentless. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Bridges out. Outside. Hurdle against Yabusele. Pass to Bridges. Yabusele setting a screen for Bridges. Nice shot by Yabusele.
There you go. Bridges playing the role of facilitator. Boy, I like that.
Hurdle with a screen on Bridges. MP finds quickly. Bridges against MP. MP driving, and he uses the glass on the layup. MP's got 30 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now, here's Milton. Scoreless thus far.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Big time hustle from MP on the break that time. That's what you need from your young fellas.
Now, Milton. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
And so it's MP making things happen for Toronto. And he's checked in for the Raptors. Towns, he's checked in for New York. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Back to Clarkson. Pass to Bridges. Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. New York, no good that time either.
Not his night shooting the ball, and it's really had an impact on this game.
Ingram is out there with R.J. Barrett. Then it's MP. And it's Shed in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. In the corner, it's Bridges. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, and that's been the story of the game. I mean, the rebounding has been very one-sided.
Yeah, and they've been on the winning end. I mean, effort is one thing you can always control in addition to attitude. I would credit this lead to force of will.
Clock at 6. Ingram a screen on Bridges. Oh, what an assist. Leading him to the bucket.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Both teams will make substitutions. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Yabusele against Pirtle. Here's Bridges. Just 4 to shoot. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Oh, what a finish.
Unbelievable. You think of Bridges as understated, not that flashy, and then he does that.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Knicks trail by 14. Now Towns. Outside, Anunoby. Buries the deep ball.
A capable shooter from the three-point line. I mean, Anunoby loves shaking free from the perimeter.
The drive by MP. And that one drops.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Balasale outside for three. Barnes rips down the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Bridges against MP. Oh, the slam dunk.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Toronto.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And, you know, against a conference opponent who you're going to see 4 times total on the season, a 2-0 advantage is pretty healthy.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for MP.
Tremendous contribution from him scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
Here's Strus. 6 on the shot clock. Jacks up a 3. And there's the 3. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working. And MP still gets the shot in the air. Other young guys might have folded under that foul, but he's able to get to the line.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And so here is New York. They trail by 16. Here's Strus. Here's Clarkson. Shot clock at 5. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance.
The win was impressive. 40-plus points in the win, another level entirely. When did you know you were in the zone?
Some nights it doesn't hit you into tip-off.
Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. And that about wraps it up. So for Allie LaForce, to my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you later on.